Welcome back to another episode of This Is Probably a Terrible Idea. All right, Mr. Duck, I've got high hopes for you. People that live in these houses, if they're outside and all they hear is squeak, 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 they probably have no idea what is going on. Oh my gosh! What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. So, we just had like a little storm blow through. It's starting to clear out. You can still hear the thunder, but these are like some perfect conditions, like when it's super hot midday. Whoa, I am really, adjust the ISO a little bit. Perfect. So these are like the perfect conditions. When you're gonna fish on a hot day and you're wanting to use a lure like I'm wanting to use, which is a topwater lure, a rain shower like this can really fire up those bass to move shallow again. When it gets super hot, they go as deep as they can, get as cold of water as they can, get under things. But when the rain comes, it cools off the top of the water column. Those guys will come up and start pouncing on topwater, or at least be up in that area where they can see topwater. Which brings me to my next thing. I went to Hobby Lobby, which is like a craft store, a Michael's, whatever kind of craft store you have in your area. I don't know if Hobby Lobby's just south or what. I was actually grabbing some things for another video where I'm gonna make some soft plastics, but I happened to run across these guys. It's like a mama rubber duck and some baby rubber ducks. And I was like, you know what? That might be a fun lure to try. It's a decent size. I mean, it's just like a little bitty, you know, got a little squeaker in it. I mean, that's cute. I take this little guy without modifying anything at all. I don't really want to modify much except put a wire through him, put like some braid through him, and put a little mustad hook on the bottom of him. I know I'll need to weight him. I'll need to get like you know, some sort of like nickel or something and put it on the bottom so he'll sit up. But I want to keep it as plain Jane. When I say I want to catch a fish on a rubber duck, I don't want to mess with it. I want to actually catch a fish on a rubber duck. No extras, no nothing, no props, no. Just let's see if we can catch a fish on a rubber duck. All right, so we've got our hooks, we've got our duck, we've got some 50-pound braid, and sewing kit, because I think that's how we're gonna have to get this through there. I would love to say this pink sewing kit is my wife's, but I would be lying. This is actually my sewing kit. It's a long story, but I got kicked out of Spanish in high school and I had to take interior design, so Brett learned how to sew. You can crack jokes all you want about, oh, you were interior design, you learned how to sew. Guess what? There was nothing but girls in the class, homie. You can make fun of me as all you want. All right, so here's the thing. I need to keep it somewhat low, right? I need to have the needle come in somewhat low, just so I'm not like pulling it down too much. I'm thinking about like right there. It'll be sort of off to the side. I can't get around that squeaker. I don't want to put it too far forward. I think it needs to be on the back. So after much thought, does anybody remember that line through trap by Jenko? I think it's called the Rip Knocker, that came out when in your MTB box, if you have an MTB subscription, a Mystery Tackle Box subscription. Well, the idea is that if the bait slides up, that's less likely for them to use the bait to sling the hook. I'm gonna be retrieving it by this end, so this end's probably always gonna stay pretty taut. So these hooks should stay right there as I'm pulling it. And if a fish comes up and bites it and runs with it, that should give it enough room where they can't really sling the hook that well. But I'm pretty happy with it. And this is literally the only way I'm gonna fish it. I am gonna go put like some weight on it, make sure it stays up. From what I have gathered, it 100% does need a weight. It never flips over upside down, but it will flip on its side, on different sides. So I'm gonna put a dime right on the back. And now we can call this duck a dime piece. All right, folks, so I've literally just got this out of the bathtub. I'm gonna let that glue dry just a little bit longer, but 100% putting a dime on the butt of this thing, it will not stay sideways. The minute it hits the water, it bloop, flips right like it should. It's probably gonna have terrible action. We're just gonna call that right now. The action on it is probably gonna be absolute garbage. But if we can just get it to go through and disturb a fish quick enough or long enough that, that they come up and hit it, maybe we can get on a fish or two. I have high hopes. I probably shouldn't though, but I have high hopes. Let's take this thing, get out to the water. I think we're all set. The weight's in the correct place. Hooks are look good. I'm gonna cut this off and we're gonna head on down there as soon as this storm passes. All right, so we made it. I do see some action already at the top of the water, which is freaking perfect. All right. Whew. All right, Mr. Duck. I've got high hopes for you. All right. So our little treble hooked duck here. Remember, Mr. Quackers. That little weight should prove to help. Let's see if he sticks. I mean, perfect. He's just sitting up in the water. Oh, he does have a little bit of splash to him. Mr. Quackers has got a little bit of splash to him. I'm gonna tell you, I think this might work. Oh my gosh, on the second cast. Oh my freaking gosh, on the second cast. Are you freaking kidding me? On the second cast with the baby duck. Oh my gosh. We just caught a bass on top water with a freaking rubber duck. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. On a rubber duck. On a kid's toy on the second cast. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. We just caught a bass on a rubber duck. Move over, Guggenhound. What about a rubber duck? All right, let's let this guy go. He's done more than enough. Thank you, buddy, so much. There he goes. Wow. Second cast. 2 casts. What? All right, so let's go throw the smack down with the duck. I got confidence now. I got some ducking confidence. That's on the duck. Can we do it again? All right, so I think he may have some water in him. So we're gonna have to squeak him a little bit. It doesn't look like I can get a whole lot of it out. So that's a little bit of a problem. Old Ducky's sitting a little lower in the water than he was originally. Oh no. And now we've lost our dime. Things are falling apart. Unfortunately, I've lost my weight in the back end of the duck, so it's not gonna sit right, and it's got water in it. So the water is actually probably gonna help me sit better, but it's a little low in the water. That I did not consider. I probably should have put a hole in the top of the duck's head so I could flip it over and squeeze the water out. That would have been a smart move. See, and now she's, I don't know what it's doing. The water is in the head of it, so it's flipped upside down. This is not good. Well, I've got most of the water out by doing that, but there's no way to keep a counterweight on it by doing that, by squeezing it that much. Oh, no, 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 no. Get those treble hooks out of that grass. Oh, I got another one. Yeah, we're just gonna have to slow play it. As long as, oh my gosh, that's 2. That is 2. That is 2 bass. That is 2 bass. Yes, yes, yes. Am I recording again? Please tell me I'm recording again. Thank goodness. Oh my gosh. You're an all right little bass. It's on the rubber duck. Look at that. He's big enough that he could have inhaled it. Oh my goodness. Yes, yes, yes. What a freaking day. What a day. Do you not agree? Look, if you're not subscribed, I don't know what else I have to do, okay? I don't know what I have to do to get you to subscribe. I'm out here fishing with a rubber duck and catching fish on top water. I mean, what else do I have to do? Thank you, buddy. All right, so I'm fishing without the dime. I do not have the dime anymore on the back because, well, I lost it. After every fish, I've got to squeeze out the water that gets trapped in this thing and then pop it enough until it sits right in the water. And when it sits right in the water, instead of like popping it like I was, like trying to get it to, it doesn't walk, but actually, you know, trying to get it to splash a little bit, if I just very slowly reel it in, I think the water's clear enough that those bass can see it, and they, I mean, I guess it kind of looks like a duck. I don't know. I hate that I can't get that dime to stick to her anymore. That was, I just need that little counterweight on the bottom because she's landing sideways almost every time now. Well, unfortunately, folks, I feel like the duck is done. I cannot get it to sit upright anymore. It's obviously not a quality lure because it only lasted 2 casts, or 2 fish. I do think we got it here at the right time because now the sun's starting to peek back out. You know, the top of the water's still pretty cool. So I don't think topwater's dead, but I do think it will get more difficult. Those overcast conditions were really helping me a lot. The duck sitting up correctly was helping me a lot, but I can't say this video wasn't a success. I mean, I absolutely came out here and did what I wanted to do. I wanted to catch 1 fish and I got 2 fish, and I feel like we could have gotten more. All right, that's gonna do it for today's video. The old Mr. Quackers got bit twice before it lost its dime on the back of it that was weighted so it, you know, would sit upright, and it also kept taking on water. So if I can get those few things fixed, I think Mr. Quackers actually can, Mr. Quackers can do the dang thing, if you know what I mean. I think he can drum up some bass. Anyway, that's gonna do it for today's episode. If you liked it, go ahead, smash the thumbs up, and I can do more stuff like this. Like I said, I was actually going in for something else. That one just really caught my attention. I mean, who wouldn't want to catch a topwater on a rubber duck? I mean, I know we've got Danny the duck that's actually like a frog style duck, but I mean, we can create whatever we want and catch fish. Anyway, go ahead and leave a comment below on what you thought of the video. If you thought it was good, let me know. I need to know that kind of stuff. Don't just be a silent participant on the channel. I need you hitting the thumbs up, and I need you leaving comments, and I need you watching the videos all the way through. Helps the channel. If you love the channel, help the channel by just doing those small things. If you really love the channel and you want some merch, there's a merch link below, as well as the hat order should be in by now. As always, hit the red subscribe button, turn it from red to gray, hit the ding dong notification so you can be notified anytime I drop a new video, which I think should be Tuesday, and it should be a good one. I think we're gonna be doing some deep water cranking. So stay tuned for that one, and we'll catch you on the next one. Later.